Glad y'all mentioned. Thank you. Thank you. Figures. There you go. Now everybody can hear me. Hold on. What about? Don't know if it's me, but I can't hear you. No audio. There you go. What about now? Can you hear me now? All right. Let's see. Let's see if it's I always have to start out with some of this stuff. Okay. Now it's great. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. I have to go through this sometimes. So, today's subject, this is why we tinker with tech, right? Because, I don't really know what I'm doing here. No, I'm just kidding. I do know what I'm doing, but I don't do it well sometimes. So there we go. So now that you can hear me, let me go back and we are talking about printers. So again, back to this, talking about traditional printers and things like that. Do people still use printers? Do they have printers? I do. We have one. So I wanted to just say that what kind of printer do you have? Do you like the printer you have? Is it a pain? Because I know there's some out there that are a pain. Just an idea, get an idea. But as I mentioned in the very beginning, we're going to talk about on the title of this thumbnail, it said portable. We're going to get to that in just a second because I found one. Actually, I didn't find one, but one of our members right there with 𝐩𝐚𝐬𝐿 helped me out and found one that I really like. So I'm going to talk about that today because I felt it was a lot. It's very much worth sharing. That being said, one thing that I like to do personally, anybody that knows me knows I'm a Google guy. I love Google Photos because anything that's in my Google Photos, I can send it straight to CVS and get prints made. So you can see right here, prints for 18 cents. I believe Walmart is another option. I can't remember if they still do Walmart or not, but a lot of times I'll get photo books as well. We'll have an event, we'll do something, we'll go visit some friends, and then afterward, I just print them out from my Google Photos. This is a very common thing for me to do, and I think it's really simple. They made it so easy. And I like Mike says, most of my 3D printers. There you go. I know, and that's the way it's gotten lately. I mean, there's actually 3D printers now. This is super cool. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you can do. Laser and inkjet, I like it. There you go. I've opted for a nice laser jet from HP. Inkjet, because it don't print that much, but need it for time to time. Absolutely. She says we have an Epson Eco Tank, which has tanks that we refill with ink bottles. That's awesome. There you go. I set up a new HP 6000, has ink bottles. There you go. Lots of different stuff up there. Yes, Walmart does this, and take in a flash. There you go. The printer. There you go. I have a brother, Color Laser, and he's from Canada, so that's why he spells color wrong. I'm just kidding. That gets you sporadically. There you go. HP printer with Insta Ink. There you go. Very common for people to still have printers. So I'm real curious. Do you have a portable one? Because I have to mention this. I got turned on to this by 𝐩𝐚𝐬𝐿. 𝐩𝐚𝐬𝐿 is one of our members. You can see the little symbol next to her name. And she turned us onto this little printer. And I absolutely love this thing. So I'm going to show you that. And here's what it looks like. It's kind of like the old Dymo tape ones, except the labels are a lot easier to get off. And you can get different sizes and different things. There's a whole different variety of them, which is super cool. And it's by a company called 𝐞𝐚𝐬𝐿. So I'm going to share that screen as well. There you go. So this is some of the different printers that they have and the different labels that they have for those printers. It's really super cool. This is very, very useful, especially at a very reasonable price. We fell in love with this, a lot of our community members. So I'm going to show you what mine looks like. I bought a case for it, bought this case separately because I wanted to hold the different labels. It has all kinds of different labels. So I use a lot of these different labels for different things. One's for labeling cables, like behind my monitor and my different things like that. And the 𝐞𝐚𝐬𝐿, this is awesome. And it's a Bluetooth. It is a Bluetooth printer that works with your phone. So you have to use your phone and have a phone app that connects to it. But I can print directly to this and use this. And this thing, I'm telling you, I love it. It's easy to put the paper in. There's some things that, like anything, the first label doesn't line up sometimes, things like that, little things like that. But I'm telling you, it charges. It is the old USB, not a USB-C. I wish it was USB-C, but it's not. So I charge this and keep this charge at all times. Have it very handy. It goes right here. It does come with the cord and the USB, so it has that already for you, so you can charge it straight in like your laptop or something like that. But for me, this is amazing because I find myself labeling all kinds of stuff. It drives my wife crazy. There you go. John says, yes, the 𝐞𝐬𝐿 works via Bluetooth to an app on your phone. It's marvelous. Yes, it's so quick. I loved how quick it was. So when I change and go to it, it was really, really good. I have a Bluetooth photo printer that works directly with my iPhone. Exactly. Perfect. And those are fun. I know my wife has a Kodak one. She does the same thing with hers. She has where she'll take pictures and then put her iPhone up to the Kodak printer, and it prints out pictures for her to look at and use. Too cool. I mean, yeah. So I'm real curious if anyone else has if anyone else has any other kind, because like I said, the 𝐞𝐬𝐿 or whatever, however you pronounce that, I pronounce it 𝐞𝐬𝐿. Those, I'm telling you, it has some really cool, I mean, in the States, I believe it's $20 right now. So $19.99 is a really good price. I think they might even have them on sale right now for $17. So something to think about. And it's something, one thing that I found too, because I will use them for putting stuff in the freezer, putting stuff in the refrigerator, because these labels go on and off of containers fairly easy. So it works even in those temperatures and that. I love this kind of stuff, that I can do things like that, really quick labels. Like I said, labeling your cables. I find that I've been labeling like my pill bottles. I label them with like the phone number to call in my prescriptions for a new one. I'm just doing all kinds of stuff. I'm printing all kinds of stuff. Richard says, I can connect a flash drive or my phone to the printer and print things. Yes, I do the same thing with my HP, does that exact same thing. And more, since it's Bluetooth, I have a Bluetooth printer, so I can print from anything in my house for the most part. My iPad, my tablet, my computer downstairs, my wife's computer, whatever. It's all Wi-Fi driven, so, which is super cool. I love that. So I'm real curious, anybody else, if you're using different printers and you have different printers, I'd love to hear what you use, what you do, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. One thing that used to be a royal pain for me, we used to have an Epson, and it seemed like the ink, because we didn't use it that often, would just dry up, and then you had to always buy ink. It was kind of a pain. Just because we don't really print like we used to. We used to print all the time. I mean, I always had physical, something about that tangible, holding in your hand paper that was nice to have. And yeah, I just think that sometimes you just have to just bite the bullet and just get a decent printer that's going to be able to provide for it. Now, the latest one we got, the HP, is wonderful. I love that thing. It's great. Mike says, make sure that you buy 𝐞𝐬𝐿 brand labels that match your 𝐞𝐬𝐿 model. Yeah, some other label brands don't have the correct NFC tag that the printer needs to work properly. That's a good point. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. We have an Epson 11x17 printer for making signs for displays and panels. That's awesome. Yeah, especially for the bigger, for the bigger sheets of paper. That can be really fun. Can also charge my phone from the printer. There you go. And John says, good to know, Mike. That's right. Yeah. So make sure that you use, it's really interesting because on these labels, and I'll show you that what he's talking about, on the side of this, it has a actual number. So it recognizes that number and label of what that is. Once it goes into the device picks up on that and gives you the proper label when you're creating it. So when you're in the software, in the app, it recognizes it and it says, oh, you need this, you have this size label. Here's where we're going to put this and put this on there. So lining up the text and things like that. But I wanted to share that. Anybody else that's watching this afterward? I mean, I know a lot of people watch afterward. They don't watch the day of. Feel free to put what you use, what you like, what you don't like. If you have a mobile one that's not the 𝐞𝐬𝐿, there's plenty of them out there. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. And if you like them, what you like, what you don't like. I'm at about 12 and a half minutes, almost 13 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. This is going to be a quick one. I'm trying to do these as just kind of quick help videos more than anything else. If anybody else has anything, thank you so much for you guys for joining in. Appreciate you guys. Looking at Mike and Jolin, we have Mert, we have Gil who came in. We have, let's see who else. Richard, I think. Yep, Richard came in. So yes, thank you everybody. Appreciate you guys for coming in. We will be, if you remember, we will be in the backstage pass. I have it already set up. I will put the link for the community out there, so that way you guys can come and join us in the backstage pass. It's just a place where we continue talking about what we just talked about today. So if you want, come on and join. I will have the link into the Google chat that I normally do. I hope I didn't set everybody's device off. Boom, there's that. Come on in and join us. We'd love to have you. And if you're watching this in replay, again, just fill us in, let us know. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. Give us some info on what printer you use. We talked about printers today. And if you have mobile printer, same thing. Let me know. It'd be great. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you. I'm going to go ahead and take us on out. Thanks, everybody. Bye.